I told you, but nobody want to listen to me, okay? Because no, I'm just a drunk with a mic, all right? But ladies and gentlemen, Devin Haney had a recent interview with Ring Magazine and stated that Jaron Ennis ducked him. That he said that once Ryan Garcia was out the table, Teofimo Lopez was out the table, that they presented him with Jaron Ennis, and Jaron Ennis wanted to fight at 152, at least a catch weight, because he no longer could make 147. Even though in his last post-fight interview press conference, he was actually going at reporters trying to indicate that I wasn't there, but the reporters don't know nothing because they're saying that he can't make the weight at 147. And Jaron Ennis clarified that and said he make 147 pound easy. So why he ain't fight Devin Haney or Teofimo Lopez? Check him out.
What do you have to say to those people who were saying you weren't going to be able to make the weight?
No, people, y'all social media people crazy. I seen today. I ate the day before the weigh-in. I make 147 easy. I don't know what y'all be talking about. Y'all just be talking on the net, and y'all gotta chill.
See? So the YouTubers that surrounded Jaron Ennis and going out here making videos saying, well, Jaron Ennis, he can't make 147. He said he can make 147. Now, if he's not disciplined on the offseason, meaning when he's not contractual to fight, if you want to balloon up to 180, 85, that's on him. But he could make 147, as he's told the reporters and everybody around the world that even questioned him about making 147. He said he makes 147 pound easy. So why that fight with Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney came to fruition. But anyway, I said that Devin Haney takes an opportunity to jump on Teofimo Lopez mishaps or opportunity. Let's not forget that Teofimo Lopez could have fought Devin the Dream Haney. But I wanted Teofimo Lopez to actually fight. I wanted Teofimo Lopez to fight the Jaron Ennis fight because I wanted Teofimo Lopez to dare to be great, have an opportunity to become a three-division lineal champion. And that's the reason why the Ring Magazine, the lineal championship belt was on the line for Jaron Ennis and Stanionis. Because think about it. Turkey Al-Sheikh wanted that fight, Boots versus Teofimo Lopez, and he wanted the rematch with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. Let's not forget what the potential tournament that was supposed to take place, right? So think about it. The welterweight division is as weak as it's ever been. Outside of Manny Pacquiao, because Manny Pacquiao is a legend and stuff like that. Outside of Manny Pacquiao, the Mario Barrios, the Brandon Norman Jr., the Boots Ennis, Bud is not there, Spencer's not there, Thurman not there, Porter not there. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people haven't proved themselves truly in the welterweight division. The only reason that was in a lineal championship belt, it was because there was an opportunity for Boots versus Teo and the Ring Magazine, which is Turkey Al-Sheikh. That's the reason. So I don't want Jaron Ennis to get, oh, I was a lineal champion before. It was on the line so you could get that. So that belt could be on the line with Teo and Boots. But Boots didn't want to fight Teofimo Lopez. They presented Teofimo Lopez with Devin Haney, but they was not going to give him the $11 million, as we all know. But yeah, $8 million is $8 million. He should have taken. I think he should have took that fight. I think it's an easy fight. In my opinion, I think he would have beat Devin Haney from pillar to post worse than Ryan Garcia. That's why I'm like, yo, beat Devin Haney, because every time Devin Haney takes advantage of the opportunity, let's not forget who's the recognized youngest lightweight undisputed. It was supposed to be Teo, but it's Devin. Who beat George Kambosos? Not Teo. It was Devin that took care of this dirty work. Who had the pay-per-view on Top Rank first, Devin or Teo? Teo put in work for Top Rank. Devin Haney just came and took that pay-per-view from Lomachenko, in which Teofimo Lopez was supposed to have his first pay-per-view event versus Lomachenko for that real undisputed bout that wasn't recognized by the writers, but by ESPN, the network. So yes, the politics of the sport of boxing and the industry has tampered with the legacy of Teofimo Lopez. This is but in the expense of Devin the Dream Haney. Now guess what? Why did Teofimo Lopez had his fallout with Turkey Al-Sheikh? Because Turkey Al-Sheikh couldn't deliver Jaron Ennis. That came the frustration of Teofimo Lopez. But guess what? They threw in the Jaron Ennis for Devin the Dream Haney, and now Devin Haney is using that same talking point. Yo, Jaron Ennis ducked me. See, Teofimo Lopez is using that. Jaron Ennis ducked him. So again, now the same fighter is ducking Teofimo Lopez, is ducking Devin Haney. Now everybody's gonna be talking about Jaron Ennis ducked Devin Haney. That's his fallout. Teofimo Lopez fallout with Turkey Al Sheikh. That's the reason, the Boots Ennis situation. Oh, so Boots Ennis wasn't on the table just for you, Teo. Devin Haney is saying that was on the table for him as well. So now your narrative don't work no more. Now that narrative is put on Devin Haney, and he's the victim of getting ducked by Jaron Boots Ennis. The reason why the Brian Norman Jr. is on the table. But he's with Top Rank. Who could have fought Teofimo Lopez as well? That was on the table. Boom. That table for Teofimo Lopez to fight Brian Norman Jr. was on the table last year. That didn't come to fruition. Right? So Devin Haney is scooping that narrative of Jaron Boots Ennis ducking me. He's scooping the potential fight that could have been easily made for Teofimo Lopez to become a 3-division world champion. He's scooping that fight with Brian Norman Jr. He scooped up the lightweight, the youngest lightweight undisputed off Teofimo Lopez. He scooped that beating George Kambosos. Teofimo Lopez haven't got his get back yet. Right? He's scooping the pay-per-view. He's scooping the payday. He's scooping everything. Is the reason why I wanted Teofimo Lopez, the reason why Teofimo Lopez should have fought him August 16th, whoop his behind so he could stop munching off your career and the mishaps and stuff like that. The reason why Teofimo Lopez's legacy has been fogged, tampered with, devalued, and the expense of Devin Haney. Let's not forget, when Teofimo Lopez was going to announce his retirement versus Josh Taylor, about to let go his belt, who's about to pick it up? Devin Haney sent a request to the WBO to fight for the potential vacant title versus Arnold Barboza. And then Teofimo Lopez got a whiff for that. Teofimo Lopez Sr. told his son, hey, yo, you gonna drop your belt. Devin Haney's about to pick it up. Okay, Teofimo Lopez got up. All right, now I'm not gonna retire. You fight me, Devin Haney. But Devin Haney went and fought Regis Prograis. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I've been saying. I'm not talking out of my behind. I'm saying this even to the Teos. Should have fought Devin Haney and whoop him. Because now he had the potential to fight Brian Norman Jr. and become a 3-division world champion. It tampers now, Devin Haney is tampering not only with the legacy, but with the slogan, the takeover. If Devin Haney beats Brian Norman Jr. and he's already still going to be 26 years old, still going to be recognized as the youngest lightweight undisputed, lineal champion already, one lineal champion, then who's really the take? That's why before this guy try to take yo-ish, you got to take him down. Maybe if they having this problem, Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney, to secure this fight, but you know what I'm saying, they have this issue about the drug testing. I think Teofimo Lopez should come out of nowhere and be like, hey yo, Bill, Devin, you dealing with this? Matter of fact, hey yo, Turkey, I'll take that. Let me take that fight. Hopefully Turkey Al Sheikh, you know what I'm saying, gives Teofimo Lopez the opportunity, even though that he said what Teofimo Lopez said what he said. He apologized, and there was news saying that Turkey Al Sheikh did accept his apology, but then he pulled out of the fight. Then he went to the Boxing Voice and basically saying that he don't want to work with Teofimo Lopez because he said something about the religion, in which I feel I never heard Teofimo Lopez say anything about Saudi Arabia and dissing the religion and stuff like that. I never heard him say that, so I don't know where Turkey Al Sheikh got that from, but I think what's happening is that Turkey Al Sheikh, a lot of people around Turkey Al Sheikh don't like Teofimo Lopez, because in the industry, there is becoming, and behind the scenes, there is a lot of people in position that doesn't like Teofimo Lopez, whether it's antics, whether the thing that he was promoting and talking his ish and stuff like that, and it's not working, it's not benefiting Teo at the moment. But he got Keith Connolly, a wonderful manager, and probably he could fix all those relationships up, and then, you know what I'm saying, get back in his horse, stay on course, and get a great fight, a unification bout with Hitches, a unification bout with Matias, or unification, or move up and get maybe a Mario Barrios. You know what I'm saying? A Mario Barrios versus Teofimo Lopez, a good fight. Teofimo Lopez versus Rolly, Teofimo Lopez versus Manny Pacquiao, but I don't think that he'll fight Manny Pacquiao because they train together and stuff like that. He was showing him love. A Keith Thurman and Teo, it would have been a good fight. Now, when it comes to Devin the Dream Haney, Devin Haney is looking like a guy that's willing to fight anybody, any place, anytime now. You know what I'm saying? That's the narrative right now. That's the way he looked. Ryan Garcia lost to Rolly Romero. Teofimo Lopez declined the contract. Boots Ennis that wanted to move up to 154. Now you got Brian Norman Jr. Does he want to take the test? Look, I'm saying like this. In conclusion about this testing. If y'all already signed for the fight. Right? Y'all signed for the fight. Y'all did the press conference. Now Bill Haney is coming with the, you gotta do the extensive drug testing. You gotta enroll right now. You gotta roll right now. Now I should have done that before y'all did the press conference, before y'all signed for the deal, before y'all said yes to each other. That should have happened. Matter of fact, the boxing voice is the one that's actually bringing all these two teams together. Y'all wasn't talking about that before they ever signed. Y'all was only talking about signing for the fight. There was no thing about you gotta sign and enroll to VADA, and then we sign up for the fight. That wasn't a conversation. So don't push that on Brian Norman Jr. Y'all should have done that before y'all signed for that fight. So I'm not saying that Devin Haney shouldn't want people to be tested or anybody. I think everybody should be tested, but let's keep it real. Let's keep it honest. As much as it's true, fake, whatever, the narrative and the perception is that VADA is tainted. Why? Because it affiliates themselves with Victor Conte, who has a long history and decades of performance-enhancing drugs. That's the reason why. And that's a legitimate, you know, where people could be like, you know, I'm not comfortable signing with this. I'm not comfortable. Y'all pushing this VADA. And it seems like kind of, you know what I'm saying, kind of, it is what it is. Hey, he did an interview before and then say, shit. Victor Conte did an interview once before. And he said, should people question you? You know what I'm saying? And he said, yes, people should question it. People should be skeptical about him and being in the sport of boxing. And him saying when Sean Zito, you know what I'm saying, asked him about, basically he's saying that he could pass the VADA testing. So what is it? Nobody is trusting. A lot of people don't trust VADA because it's affiliates with Victor Conte. Devin Haney affiliates with Victor Conte. And the only one that's vocally pushing that is the Haneys. And that right there this is the reason why I told them they was not going to get the benefit of the doubt with Ryan Garcia, even with Ryan Garcia on Papa Osserin, because nobody trusts your affiliation. How about this? If you want to fix, like I said before in the video, Turk to Turkey Out Shake, he got the money. How about Turkey Out Shake pays for everybody drug testing because he got the money, right? Pay everybody's drug testing, $365, and have a committee in which they pick another organization outside of VADA because the affiliation with Victor Conte. Keep him out, bring in another new company or whatever in which they could be tested. Money talks. And this is what I don't want to hear that it's only VADA. You give the money to these other organizations or testing, and they will do it. Let me know what y'all think, man. This is Punch Run, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Love you. God bless.